YouTube, what's going on? Witty P coming back with another one. Let's get it. We up at the football field. We're going to talk some ball. We got a versus. Yes, it's been a while since I've done my versus, and it's only right I bring it back with these prolific offenses. Yeah, we have the greatest show on turf. 2000-2001 St. Louis Rams versus the 2004-2005 Indianapolis Colts. Yeah, these two offenses were prolific. Greatest show on turf, early 2000s. Put up 33 points per game, 2000-2001 season. 2004-2005 Indianapolis Colts, they put up 32 points per game. That Indianapolis Colts team had 3 receivers to go over 1,000 yards. Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Brandon Stokely. Still had Edgerrin James doing his thing on the ground. Had Dallas Clark at tight end. That Indianapolis Colts team was loaded. They put up points, coached by Tony Dungy. Then you had the greatest show on turf in the early 2000s. Dick Vermeil won the championship with him. Then Mike Marsh took over early 2000s. You got Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Marshall Faulk, Azizar Hakeem, returning punts, electrifying. So we have a great versus. Peyton Manning, Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt versus Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Brandon Stokely, Azizar Hakeem, Marshall Faulk, Edgerrin James. The names are here. Hall of Fame names. So let's get into it. Versus greatest show on turf versus the Indianapolis Colts 2004-2005. Let's get into it. Before I start the video, please watch the entire video. Like, subscribe to the channel, see more content like this, content about sports and various topics. Let's get it. Yeah, the greatest show on turf versus the 2004-2005 Indianapolis Colts. These offenses were prolific. You got Kurt Warner. He had some great seasons in the early 2000s. Had a season where he threw 41 touchdowns. Then he got hurt in the 2000-2001 season. Only played 11 games, threw 21 touchdowns. But after that, he threw 36 touchdowns. But that 2004-2005 season, Peyton Manning threw 49 touchdowns. He had a great season. Set a record, Peyton Manning. But yeah, as far as the quarterbacks, Kurt Warner versus Peyton Manning. I'm going to go with Peyton Manning. Kurt Warner, he was a great quarterback, but he was a high turnover guy. Kurt Warner, he was a double-digit interception guy. Peyton Manning, he made sure he took care of the rock. Must say that. Took care of the rock. Just like me, you know I ain't fumbling the rock. But yeah, Peyton Manning took care of the rock for that Colts team. But I got to be real. You don't see offense that can strike like these two. The greatest show on turf, the Rams, and the 2004-2005 Indianapolis Colts. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, only team that give us that feel. You know, when they had Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, you know, all together. McCole Hardman. When they had all those guys together. That's when they kind of, you know, reminded of that greatest show on turf team. You know, in that 2004-2005 Indianapolis Colts team. But yeah, I'm going to go with Peyton Manning. You know, as far as the quarterbacks, when we, you know, comparing those two teams, they have the edge, you know, at the quarterback position. Running back position, man, Edgerrin James was a dog. He can catch out the backfield as well. He can run the ball. We know that. But there's no one like Marshall Faulk as far as the dual threat running back, catching out the backfield, running the ball. Come on, he was having 60, 70 receptions as a running back, Marshall Faulk. I'm talking he can really run routes as a running back. So I got to go with Marshall Faulk. Had 18 touchdowns rushing, 7 receiving touchdowns, 25 touchdowns Marshall Faulk had in the season at running back. At running back in that year. Marshall Faulk, straight dog. Got to go with Marshall Faulk. One of the best running backs ever, Marshall Faulk. Yeah, I give Marshall Faulk the edge. The Rams get the edge on that. Now we break down the receivers. You got Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Ricky Pro, Azizar Hakeem versus Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, Brandon Stokely, and Dallas Clark. You got to throw Dallas Clark in there because he had a lot of receptions also as a tight end. I'll throw him in that group, so it's 4 versus 4. But man, you talk about some of the great route runners with Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt and Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne. Talk about smooth. None of these receivers are big. When you talk about Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, they aren't big. They're smooth, and they catch everything. Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, they catch everything. I mean, those guys don't drop anything. Then Marvin Harrison, sure-handed receiver. Then you have Reggie Wayne, so smooth. He brought that juice to the offense, to that Colts offense, because Marvin Harrison, he do his thing, but Reggie Wayne, he brought another dynamic to that Colts offense. You know, along with Edgerrin James getting carries out the backfield, still, you know, catching out the backfield as well, Edgerrin James. Like I say, Dallas Clark. But gotta be real. I gotta throw Marshall Faulk in there with that receiving core because he comes 60 receptions in a season. And I still to this day haven't seen a duel like Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt. So smooth, catch everything. Route running so crisp. Then you had Azizar Hakeem. Any given moment, he the deep threat. Azizar Hakeem was the deep threat. Any given moment, he could take the top off the defense. You had Ricky Pro, the possession guy, the sure-handed guy, you know, catch everything. But the Colts had 3 guys over 1,000 yards. But I'll credit that to Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was great. He was amazing. He threw 49 touchdowns that season. So that's tough. I'll call it a wash with the receivers. It's a wash with the receivers because the Colts had 3 receivers over 1,000 yards that season. You can't take that away. That has never been done in history. Never been done in history. But the eye test would tell you the Rams had it. Just how smooth they were, how electrifying they were. You would say Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt, Azizar Hakeem, they were just more fun, more explosive. But Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, they got the job done also. Brandon Stokely, he got the job done. He had, 7 touchdowns, Brandon Stokely, that year. I'm talking, these guys were balling out. It was a great year offensively for the Indianapolis Colts. But I say the receivers is a wash. It's even. It's even. Running backs, I give the edge to the Rams. Quarterback, I give the edge to the Colts. So it's a draw. It's a draw. Receivers are even. Quarterback, give it to the Colts. Running back, I give it to the Rams. 2 of the best offenses we've ever seen. The 2 of the best offenses we've ever seen since Kansas City Chiefs, the only team when they had Kelsey, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, McCole Hardman, all those guys together, they gave us that feel of the greatest show on turf in that 2004-2005 Indianapolis Colts team. But yeah, it's a draw for me. It's a draw for me because I feel like the Colts have the edge at quarterback, Rams have the edge at running back, and the receiving core, it's a wash because I test to tell you the Rams, they were explosive, they were smooth. Any given moment, take the top off the defense, but the Colts, they did it. 3 receivers over 1,000 yards. Then you got Dallas Clark in there. It's tough, but if you throw Marshall Faulk in there with that receiving core, you got to go with the Rams if you cheat like that. Let me know what y'all think. I'm going to call it a draw unless you throw Marshall Faulk on that Rams receiving core. It's a draw for me. But let me know what y'all think. I had to bring the verses back. It's been a while. Only right I bring it back with these prolific offenses. Yes, it's only right. Yeah, let me know what y'all think. You know, I'm going to keep the fire coming. You know I ain't fumbling the rock. I love it. More verses on the way. That's what I do. Comment, like, subscribe. Best way you can help is share the video. You know I ain't going to stop. Knock another one out. Bop, bop, bop. Let's get it.